Gary, I can tell you're angry.
Yeah, I'm furious. Apart from the first 20 minutes, I think that was the only thing that we done right in the game. We started well, we got in front against a team that would have been a bit nervy going behind, and we should have went on and capitalised in the game. And apart from that, we went completely the other way, switched off, became lazy, done all the things that you shouldn't do in a football match, and really just handed Dumbarton a way back into the game. And they took advantage of that, not through any great player, that just through a better work rate and a more willingness to get a victory. They won the game, deservedly won it, but for me that's not good enough for the players. Too many times, listen, I'm the one that carries the can. I pick the team, I pick the formation, so when it goes wrong or you didn't play well, you have to take the blame, and I take that. So first and foremost, I'll take the blame, but sometimes as individuals, players need to stand up and be counted, and the bare minimum is that you give 100% and you look as though it actually matters to you or bothers to you. And today, too many of our players, it wasn't like that. It was as if they were in holiday mode, and I won't stand for it. I don't know if it's the uncertainty that 2 or 3 of them are out of contract. To be fair, most of the lads that started are in contract, so I wouldn't use that as an excuse, but I don't know what it is, but it looked as though they were on holiday mode. And I've told them there that the biggest criticism you can get for your manager is if you've been outfought, outworked, outbattled as an individual, as a team, and it looks as though, if you score, you score, and if you didn't, you didn't. And that's exactly what I told them after the game today. Sometimes you tell players things in a changing room and you come out and give you something completely different. I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to defend them. It isn't good enough. And as I say, I keep stressing, I include myself in that. That'll be my weekend spoiled, much like the fans, everybody connected to the club. And I'll analyse myself. Did I get it right? Did I get the shape right? The tactics right? But somewhere along the line as a player, you've got to stand up and be counted and think, all right, it's maybe no this or that, but at least I'll go and try and outfoot. We never got near players. We never won second balls. We were too slow in possession of the ball. We hardly created any chances. And I'm not going to stand for it. I've said to the players, I'm determined to get this right. I'm here for the long haul, and they've got to shape up or ship out. Really, it's not good enough. And I mean this with the greatest respect to Dumbarton. That is a game today that we should be winning. If we've got any ambitions of calling ourselves the 5th best team in the league, we should be beating Dumbarton at home. And I mean that with the greatest respect to Dumbarton. But today, hands up, they deserve to beat us through a greater work ethic and a greater work rate. And my teams generally they can have a lot of faults, but one thing generally is we never ever get outfought or outbattled. And today, after 20 minutes, we were never at the races.
As I say, you said previously as well that the players, you can't fault them for their work ethic and all that, but
yeah, today. But I've seen it last week at Hibs, and you let it go a little bit. You think, did we get caught up in the sort of the headlights of that game? Hibs going to win the league, and you sort of give them the benefit of the doubt because the performance wasn't good enough last week, and you lose 3 goals to set play, so you give them the benefit of the doubt. And today, after 20 minutes, I thought we've got that out of their system, but that's what I mean. It's the attitude. It's the attitude of the people on the pitch that if you're 1-0 up at 20 minutes, you can't just suddenly decide to think, well, I'll be slack and I'll take chances here and I'll not go and win. You have to keep doing what got you 1-0 up in the first place. And the players aren't good enough as individuals, and we aren't good enough as a group to be able to pick and choose when we're going to play in games. We're not a good enough team. Only the top teams can do that. All your teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, they pick and choose, but they generally play at a high level. We done great for 20 minutes, and then we just thought, you know what, we're in front, Dumbarton are at the bottom of the league, that's us beat them, we'll just switch off and do what we want. And when you start doing that, you're always got to be in trouble. And yet again, a free kick, listen, the free kick at the top corner, it's a great strike, but the build up to the free kick, how they get in to get the free kick is dreadful. And then yet again, another set play, we can't clear the first ball. Well, we do clear the first ball, and we can't defend the second ball, and it hurts us again. So the same mistakes keep getting made. The same players are in the team that are making the mistakes. I'm not saying it's always the same players that are making the mistakes, but generally the same people on the pitch are there when we're not defending well as a team. And it's not good enough. I said that there to the press. That today, I hold my hands up. Everybody on that pitch, including myself and Doogie, shortchanged the fans, and shortchanged the club, because that isn't good enough.
It's goes back to this the management of games, isn't it?
Yeah, that the day though, that was just the players. That was the players' attitude. 1-0 up in a good position. The top teams there against Dumbarton would have went on and tried to really go and kill the game, keep doing the good things that had got us in front. 2-0, 3-0. Sat off them. They started to cause us trouble. Deservedly got their equaliser. Then they went in front, and I'd like to say we huffed and puffed in the second half, but we didn't really. I thought Dumbarton were comfortable in the second half. And that's disappointing, you know, for us at home. And the home form's been a problem all season. But again, that could be the worst for me. In terms of, I didn't like what I seen for the players on the pitch in terms of their attitude.
Got 2 games, or they've got 2 games to prove that they
can go one of 2 ways. They can either come in and show they've got a bit about them, or they can feel sorry for themselves. If they feel sorry for themselves, they're not sitting training, they'll not be playing. It's as simple as that. I'll go with youngsters. You know, we've got Tappy back there, probably not ready to be back, but throw him in if they're not got to do it, you know. So I'll have a think about all of that. I'll analyse the game. Now I'm too angry to actually make sense of what needs to be done for next week. But you know, it's not good enough. And I've let the players know that. And one thing I said is, when I came into the club, I would always be honest with the fans. I always try to base that, and that I'm not got to. Sometimes I'll defend the players. I'm not defending that. It wasn't good enough.
I guess the only good thing that you can take from today is that is you now.
But I've not even took that as a good thing. You know, I've not. But you know, I never really thought we would get dragged into it anyway. Albeit if the results would have went the other way. But it's not about trying to reach certain targets or stay away from bottom of the table or anything like that. It's about having a hunger and an attitude and a desire as an individual to make sure that every time you go on that pitch, you can come off saying, I gave that my lot today. And see, some days you'll have bad games and you'll make mistakes, but as long as you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I gave it my lot today, you'll generally live with yourself. I don't think the squad could do that today. I generally don't. Now, as I say, tactically I could have got it wrong, and that's where I'll hold my hands up. But one thing I know is I prepared the players as best as I could. I may have prepared them wrongly in terms of the tactics, but I know that I prepared myself properly, and I was ready to do the business like we normally do. But today, the players, they have to take responsibility. They can, the ones that haven't got anything about them will hide behind the manager. The ones that have actually got a wee bit about them will try and do something about it and realise that they let the club down today.